Mark and Sue and I have been partners for about 15 years, and when I knew that they were going to open up this clinic, I thought what a great opportunity to be able to not only give back to the community, to patients who we may not normally be able to see in our office on a regular basis, and what a great way to do it through the Fellowship of Christian Giving, and I felt this would be a great way to do that.
You know, it's that golden rule. What would I want to be done for me if I were in this position? I would want somebody like me to volunteer and give time back and give a helping hand. So I do this with an open heart.
As a chaplain here, the folks here get it when you read their mission statement. They understand that there's a lot more to the care that is required of a person than just meeting the physical needs. God created us with a body, with a mind, and a soul, and it is important to fill those emotional and spiritual needs as well.
I always thought part of being a doctor is that you have to give back, and part of being a Christian is that you have to serve God. And I learned when I really started to become serious about my faith is that you really cannot outgive God. The more you give God, the more He gives you back. And in ways that you don't even know.
One evening I was here very close to closing. It was about 10 minutes to 9 and the phone rang. And a woman said that her boyfriend had cut his head and did we do stitches? And I said, where do you live? And they said, right here in town. I said, well, hurry up, come on down. And they came in and we registered him real quick, and then Dr. Mark got out his sewing kit and had him come right here and sit down and stitched him up, and then we all came and admired the stitches, and they left, and I thought that was really kind of neat.
About 3 or 4 months ago, we had an older couple come in. The husband had Medicare, so we couldn't see him, but his wife had no insurance, and she's diabetic and needed to see the doctor and get more supplies. I asked him what he had for dinner the night before, and he said instant mashed potatoes, and that was it. And that's no good for someone with diabetes. It's no good for anyone. Well, as it happened that night, we were delivered 2 separate dinners, and when this man came in with this need, I went to Dr. Sue and asked if we could give him the dinners. And she said yes, so I wrapped it up and took it to him. Told him that it was just either a coincidence or a God incident that this happened on this particular night, and told him to take it and put it in his car and use it until the Social Security check came.
From what I've heard, this is one of the most unique clinics in the country. We're able to provide after-hours care for free, and it's acute care, although there's some definite chronic care that needs to be done here too. I think that volunteering our time is a way that we can give back to the community and be able to show people that, you know, we care about them. And I think it's very important that we continue to support the clinic, as it does such many great things.
You're working with a group of people who are here for one reason, because we're passionate and we care. You know, where else in life do you get an experience like that? And you go home at the end of the night knowing you made a difference.
You may think that you're coming to minister to people, but my experience has been that I have received far more blessing than I have ever given.
You see, I'm an emergency doctor, and I don't get a lot of time with patients. I run from room to room, and emergency departments are very crowded, and I see emergencies, and sometimes I get to talk to people and share, and sometimes I don't. Most of the times it's the latter, and I don't get a lot of chance and a lot of opportunities to share. And here, I do.
Christ modeled servant behavior. He washed the stinky feet of his disciples. How can we do anything less to call ourselves Christians and not model that servant behavior? That's why I'm here.